computer up. And then I can see what you're all writing. There we go. And then okay. That didn't work. Okay, let's try that. Hello there, Max. Hello there, Rock and Robin. Rock and Robin. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. Oh God, you've all got these weird names. Disflop. I know you're Disflop, but I can't remember what your real name is. Hello there, Okiverdi. Janice, Terry, Donna, Lee, Wendy, Helen, Jeanette. Felt like I was going to take off then. Alicia, so I'm guessing, Alicia, that you are Scarlett. Seeing as you've got our Alicia's phone. And just so as you know, Alicia is my granddaughter. So is Scarlett. Karen. Yeah, I know your name's Karen. Who else is there? Wendy, Helen. Yeah, I've done you already, haven't I? Happy Maker, Molly Murphy, Maureen. Hello there, Maureen. Yes, it's our Scarlett. Melly. Bonjour, Melly. Isabel. Tracy with the spanner. She's got a screw loose, you know. Screw loose. You'll see in a minute, Scarlett. Shush, and you'll see, because you're not even meant to be on here, because you're a very naughty girl. Ciao, Oki, Angie. What do you mean, oi, Tracy? Julie. See, I knew you, Julie. It's hard to remember everyone's like funny little names that they use. Hild Gudendevond. I'm guessing that's hello. Hiya, Karen. Hi, Karen, watching you on the telly. Ooh, I'm on the big telly. Hello. Oh, hang on, let me do it that way. Ooh, hello. It's a big hand on the big telly. Ah, good evening in Flemish. Well, there you go. I've learnt a new one now, haven't I? Not that I remember. I'm at that funny age. I don't remember stuff. Goedenavond. I think I said it right. They're probably not. So anyway, Gooden. Oh God, start again. Goedenavond to Hilda. Oh blimey, Sylvie. I think you're all trying to test my foreign languages now. Coucou que c'est mignon. That's a question of what is this? Something like that, but I don't know what the rest of it means. Hi there, Amy. Morning, Terry. Oh, I got an applaud from Hilda. Woo! Mignon, long is beautiful. Okay. Something is this beautiful? What is that beautiful? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. My French isn't that good. Moin from Hamburg in Germany. Okay, you're all nuts. You do realise that, don't you? You're all nuts. Just gonna have a slurp on my little brew in my big mug. Hi there, Yvonne from USA. Okay, let's A up from Yorkshire. Hey up me duck. That's more Derbyshire and Nottingham though, isn't it? Hello there, Donna. And girly girl, Michelle. Hi from Wyoming. We're an international set of girls. Been a long time since I've been a young girl though. Long time. Okay, I'm going to make a little start. So, hello and welcome to everyone who's joined us today. Hopefully, there'll be a few more will join us along the way. You never know. For those that don't like all the hellos on live videos, I'm sorry, but it is what I do because it's only polite to do so. Thank you very much, Isabel. So you might want to skip this bit if you're watching it on replay. Okay, let's make a little start. So, sometimes when you go to the shops, especially the cheapest shops, you come across something and you're a little bit like, ooh, that would be quite interesting to make. And this is it. Now, before I start, from a financial point of view, it's actually cheaper to go and buy one of these than it is to make one. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, we have to do these things, don't we? We have to do them. So I'm going to show you this one first, which is what gave me inspiration for these two. Okay, so basically it's called a little sticky notebook. And I got this from, it might have been The Works. For everyone in the UK, they'll know what I mean by The Works. See you, Scarlett. Bye. Be good. Be good. That's my granddaughter, by the way. I'm just telling off. Be good. So I got this, I think it was from The Works, and I think it was something like £1, which in dollars is about $125, $130. Hello there, Annie, and welcome. So it opens up like this, and then like this, and then like this, and it's got loads of little sticky note pads in it. Well, for £1, you can't go wrong, can you? But I did think to my little self when I purchased it, I thought, wonder if I can make one. Well, you can. So I'm going to give you the instructions on how I made my own of one of these. And I'm going to show you this one. This one was the first one that I made. Hang on, let me just have a little mess around with it first. Okay. So this was the first one that I made. And I made a little bit of a boo-boo because I put one of these metal clips on it to act as the closure. Thought it would be ideal. Yeah, well, it keeps popping. So it didn't work as well as I'd wanted it to. It works, but it doesn't work as well as I... Please say hi to me. I'm your biggest fan. Brenda, didn't I wave? No, that was maybe someone else. I can't remember. Anyway, hi Brenda. So this is this was the closure that I used originally. I wouldn't necessarily use it again. But it pops open, and I did a little mini picture frame on the front and then used some die cut layered pieces of a Santa, put them on the top, and I used book pages for the background. Okay, and then on the back you can see the book pages again, and I added a little circular tag on the back. Hi there, Lynn. And then it opens up like so. And I added these little flip down envelopes so that opens up and that flips up and that flips down and down and down and down. So it was a good way of using up all my scraps. So in that sense it worked out relatively cheap to actually make it, because I just used up all my scrap bits and pieces. So I'll just loosely tie that one up, and that one did exactly the same. And then you open this one up, and on the inside here I added 2 little pockets, and inside the pockets I added a couple of tags. Hello there, Teresa, and welcome to the gang. And then you open that up again, and you've got a pocket here, a belly band here, pocket, pocket, belly band, pocket. Right, so that was the version that I made originally. Then, not yesterday, what day was it yesterday? Saturday. It was either Thursday or Friday. I started recording for the video to make this one. Well, I had that many problems crop up, people calling me, knocking at the door, things just going wrong as I was making it. It ended up being an hour's worth of video to make it. Now, my phone will only transfer 30 minutes from iMovie Maker to my computer to then be able to upload it onto YouTube. So it meant that I would have had to have sat for ages going through and reducing it down from an hour down to 30 minutes. And I thought, well, I'll tell you the polite version. I thought, oh heck, there is no way I am spending a couple of hours editing these videos to make it into a 30-minute one. I thought, do you know what, it's just much quicker and easier to do it as a live video. So fingers crossed that there's no interruptions this time round and that it all goes according to plan. Okay, but this one was using the graphic 45 papers, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But it's exactly the same as that last one that I showed you, and it opens up like this, and like this. So again, we've got these two end pockets, we've got two belly bands, and we've got two pockets on the bottom. The only thing that I didn't do on these was I didn't decorate up these flip parts here because I liked the decoration of the paper. All right, so if you've got pen and paper to hand, you might want to make a note of the next part. All right, whilst I wait for you to just go and jog off and go and get your pen and paper, I'm just gonna have a slurp of my brew. Wet me whistle, as they say. You can see all of those now that live abroad shaking their head going, what the heck is wet your whistle? So you use your mouth to whistle with, don't you? Or even. So you have to wet it. You have to wet your mouth to be able to whistle. So, hi there, Laurie. Nice to see you. See, I know your name. So, you have to wet your whistle to be able to whistle. So you have to wet your mouth to be able... Oh, yeah, all right. Anyway, you get the idea, don't you? Okay, so if you're all back with your pen and paper, I can see that Max has dashed off and come back. So I'm presuming she's got hers. Oh, you say that in Tennessee as well. Oh, that's good to know. All right, I've got this strip of paper here, or strip of card, and I've written notes on it so that you can sort of make a note for yourself as to what you need to do. All right. Now, this is one long strip that I've cut from a sheet of A3 card. A3 card. And these are the sizes of papers that we use in the UK. So A4, which is our normal copy paper, whereas in America it's letter. Our A4 is half of a sheet of A3. Okay. So, let's read you this first bit out. So it says, from an A3 sheet, cut one long strip, 3 3/4 inches wide. The A3 is 297 by 420 millimeters, or 11.7 times 16.5 inches. All right, so that's how big a piece of A3 is. Now, the measurements that I'm going to go through with you first of all are showing you how to do it out of a big sheet like this, but I am going to show you a second way of doing it, and that's the one that I'm going to be demonstrating to you in a bit. All right, so if you're using A3 you need to cut a strip that's 3 3/4 inches deep, right, from the whole length of the A3. Now, there's no reason why you can't use a file folder, right, because it ends up being just fractionally longer than the A3 card. Okay, you would obviously need to trim it down to size. All right, so as I say, we're using the full length of A3, which is either 420 millimeters or 16.5 inches. So you need a strip that's 16.5 inches long. So hold that up a sec. Oh yeah, I will do in a minute, Max. So 3 3/4 inches deep by 16.5 inches long. All right, so that's if you want to do it as one long strip. Okay, with me so far? I'll hold that there for Max. You let me know, Max, when you've written that down. From an A3 sheet, cut one long strip 3 3/4 inches wide. An A3 measurement is 297 by 420 millimeters and 11.7 by 16.5. You're very welcome, Max. I'm glad you managed to write that down okay. Now, the measurements I'm going to give you are if you've cut it out as one long strip. I'll come back to it in a moment when we cut it into two, okay? So, if you've got one long strip, God, this is a long way around of explaining it, isn't it? If you've got one long strip, you are going to score at 2 1/4 inches, 2 1/2 inches, 5 inch, 5 3/8, 7 7/8, 8 5/8. Now this part here makes it much longer than for your scoreboard, right, if you've got a 12-inch scoreboard. So at this point, you then need to spin it round and do the same again on the other end. So 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 5, 5 3/8, and then that 8 5/8. Okay, so from one long strip, you do all those score marks all the way up to the centre, up to that centre spine area, and then you're going to spin it round and do it from the other end up to that central spine area. Now, if you're doing it using a file folder, you want to make sure that either the 7 7/8 or the 8 5/8 lines up with the fold of the file folder, because otherwise you end up with extra folds and it doesn't then work out properly. So as you can see, look, I've lined up the 8 5/8 inch fold with the fold that's already there in the file folder. All right, so that's where you would need to start, and then you can start from this beginning and work your way towards that centre bit, and then you would spin it round and do the same to the other end. Whew, okay. Sorry if that sounded complicated, but does everyone understand that part? Give me a thumbs up if you do. Slap at me tea. So that's a Max, that's a Julie, that's a Donna, Tracy, Molly. Brilliant. Okay. If there isn't, and if there's someone who hasn't quite understood that, you might want to watch the replay later on and just go through it again to just make sure that you've understood it all. Okay. All right. No, can't do numbers. You have to write it down, Brenda. It'll make sense to you then. So do it like this. Write it down. Okay. Now then, I'm going to put those to one side, because not everyone has access to A3. Not everyone has got access to the file folders, but it's more than likely you've got access to 12 by 12 papers. All right. Now, I'm going to show you the papers first, because it's the new Graphic 45 Christmas paper. I've just dropped it on the floor. Bear with me. See the effort it takes for me to bend over these days. Okay. I treated myself. So let me take these out to show you. Just in case you haven't seen them up close and personal. Take those bits out because those were my leftover scraps. Okay, so there's the chipboard pieces. Put them slightly sideways on. And as you can see on the little book that I did, I used that piece and that piece. So those are the pieces that I've got left. And then there's 2 sticky labels, and again you can see blank spaces where I've used some of the sticky labels as well. And it's the theme of this is basically a steampunk Santa. So if I show you this one up close, you can see, you know, he's got some of his steampunky bits with his top hat on and clocks and stuff. There's the balloons, there's gears, so there's all gears on this bit. So there was that. Then there was the papers. So there's 2, with the pack that I bought, there was 2 sheets of each design. So I got this one, and that's the other side. Then this one, hi there Betty, which has got the gears on it, and then it's the green holly and mistletoe on the other side. This is one of the cut apart pieces. Come on, pick that second bit up. So again, you can see the steampunky part of it, and then that's the back of that one. And then Father Christmas full sheet, and the back of that one. And then the Christmas tree, steampunk Christmas tree and bird, and then some plaid on the back of that. Some more cut aparts on this one, and then reindeer on the back of that one, and then steampunk Christmas baubles, and cogs and gears on the back of that one. And then a full sheet there, and then that one on the back where it's got like little mini stars printed on some of the corners. Okay, so there was that. And then the other thing that I got was I got the die cut assortment. So there's all sorts of bits and pieces in there, but we'll be going through those a little bit later on anyway, so I won't show you all of those right now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use this one. Where's my bag gone? There. I don't think that the range sell graphic 45 papers. So yeah, Annie, you would need to order it online. There are plenty of online shops in the UK that sell it though. Some of the other ladies might be able to give you some names, but Amazon will probably have it as well. I mean, I don't know whether they've sold out or not. I've had mine for a few weeks now, so you'll have to have a look. But this is the sheet that I'm going to use. Okay, so because this isn't long enough, from my template you can see it's not long enough, I'm going to cut out 2 pieces. So my second set of notes are here, Max. To get your pen and paper ready. So from an A4 sheet or 12 by 12 paper, you need 2 pieces that measure 8 5/8 inch long by 3 3/4 inches wide, and then you're going to stick the 2 strips together at the centre spine by overlapping them. Craft Stash in the UK do graphic 45. There you go. Thank you, Catherine. Right, so if you're going to cut it into 2 pieces to make 1 long strip, that's the measurement that you need, and you need to cut 2 pieces. Okay, so paper trimmer. So obviously if you're using 12 by 12 papers, you need to look out and watch out for the fact of if it's directional. Right, unfortunately for this it isn't. So first thing I'm going to do, clear my decks a little, and I want to cut 2 strips that are 3 3/4 inches wide. And if you line it up here at the bottom, there's also the measure in the middle as well, so you can line it up there so that you can make sure that it's nice and square. Unfortunately with the 12 by 12 papers, it also, bring it down, it also matches up at the top up here. But obviously if you've got a piece of paper that doesn't reach the top, then you can use the bottom one and the middle one to make sure that it's all nicely lined up. So 3 3/4 inches wide, and I want 2 of those. And then I want to cut them to 8 5/8 inches long. I think that one of the ladies was asking me about paper trimmers on one of the other videos, but I haven't got round to answering them yet. So I've just got the Fiskars, and I've got my Big Bertha Fiskars as well. 8 5/8. Some people like to use the ones with the rotary cutters, so then you haven't got to keep replacing the blades. So that's my 8 5/8 inches long. I'll do another piece. 8 5/8. Okay, so that's my 2 pieces. Oh, just knocked the phone. It's alright, bear with me whilst I set it back up again. There we go. Try not to do that again. Okay. So, scoreboard. Oh, that's kind of you, Sharon. Thank you. Okay, let me just move you up just a touch. There we go. It's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so 2 1/4. By 2 1/2. By 5. 5 3/8. 7 7/8. And then 8 5/8 will be the edge of that piece of paper. Okay, so we'll do the same with the next one. Now, what you need to remember again is if you're using directional paper, is that this piece is going to sit on top of the previous piece. Alright, so if it's directional, you will need to spin it around to be able to start at the opposite end of the piece of paper. So if you imagine, if I do it that way around so that you can see, so if those two are going to stick on top of each other, I need to start measuring from this end inwards if it's directional paper. If it's not directional, then you don't need to spin it around. Right, so 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 5, 5 3/8, 7 7/8. And again, this end measurement is the 8 5/8 edge. Right, so let's see if I can remove this now without knocking my phone again. Okay, so now I can fold and burnish each of those score marks. making sure that I'm lined up along the edges, because with the best intentions it doesn't always do it squarely. So again, line it up at the edges. Now, I'm doing it with Christmas papers, but you could do it with whatever papers you so wished. So you could make this for yourself all year round, or as a gift for somebody. So it doesn't just have to be, you know, in Christmas papers. Okay, so that's my first one done, and then the second one. And then when I've burnished all of these down, I would then go through and ink up all the edges. But I'm not going to bother with this one, with the outside of it being black. I'm not going to bother. And also for speed for you guys as well, because I don't want to bore you too much. I have to say I had a little giggle, and it might be one of you ladies, I don't know, but one of the comments that I got on one of the videos that I've done recently, she said she thought I was a man to start with. Oh dear. What's this say? I'm new to Carol's. Julie put, and me, Sharon, I'm addicted to. I watch just when I get time. I don't think I'm too far away from Carol. Ooh, ooh, Julie. Where do you live, Julie? That's wonderful. Maybe I'll get to meet her. Yeah, I'm now special, lass. Now special. Oh look, I've done that one skew if now. Let me just redo that. There we go. Let's make sure I've got more. I have. Okay. So, using my Tombow glue, I'm going to join those two ends together. Now, if I just show you on this, because it's probably easier to see. When I lay one on top of the other, I don't want to sit the edge of this card right on top of the crease here. I want to do it next to the crease, all right? So if that's the line, I don't want to do it on top of the line. I want to do it to the side of the line. Otherwise, it won't bend very well. So I'm not putting glue right the way up to the edge of this line, this crease line here, because I know that it will smush out. Oh, sorry, knocking the phone again. And then that will sit on top of there. Now, I'm fairly simplistic in decorating my bits and pieces up that I make, but you can go as wild as you want. So you could add lace and all sorts and layers. Okay, so we've now got one long strip. So I'm just going to show you the basic idea of it. And the thing is with half of these videos is you watch them for inspiration, because you might think of something else that you could make along similar lines. There's no reason why you can't do a bigger version of this. But this will now fold in like that. That will then fold in like that. And then that will fold shut so that it does that on the inside. If I try and give you a bit of a side view, will that help? So you've got a boxed end where the spine is, and you've got a boxed end here at the opening. Okay, so that will be what will be my front cover, and then it opens up like that, and then like that, and then like that. Okay, paper trimmer back now. Because the pockets that I'm going to add to the inside, I'm going to use this sheet of gold metallic card. All right, so I know that I need one strip that's 1.5 inches wide, and I need 2 strips, sorry, scrap that, start again. I need 2 strips that are 1.5 inches wide and 1 strip which is 1 inch wide. That's me cutting it from the width of the paper, not from the length. So, okay, let's have a look. So, 1.5 inches. Line it up in that middle for diddle. So there's a 1.5 inch strip. And another 1.5 inch strip. And then a 1 inch strip. And these are going to form the pockets and the belly band on the inside. Ooh, not finished with that. Thought I'd finished. Okay, so from my 1 inch strip, hello there Anna. Okay, from the 1 inch strip, I want 2 pieces that are 2 3/8 inch long. 1, 2, 3. Now, where the 2 3/8 inch mark is, I'm just going to cut it fractionally shorter because I want it to sit inside the crease marks that I've made for that particular section. So 2 and 1, 2, 3/8. If I cut it to 2 3/8 exactly, oh, I've creased that now. Let's do another bit. If I cut it to 2 3/8 exactly, then it's going to sit on top of the crease marks. 1, 2, 3. And then it won't close. So we'll put those 2 in place first. Okay, so not this first one, but this second section is where I'm going to put these belly bands. Right, so they're going to sit at the top up there. So not this first section, but the second section, that's going to sit there. All right, glue. So I'm going to put just a thin line of glue down this edge. Now, if I was being if I wasn't being so time restraint, yeah, you know what I mean. If I wasn't watching the time so much, then I would add some brads to each end of this, which would then be in keeping with the steampunk effect. Now, I've left a gap at the top because I want to be able to put a little notebook tucked behind there. Okay, put this one on. Again, a little thin strip of glue down each end. It's not the first section, but the second one. You just find where that crease mark is, there. And there. So make sure I've got it in the right spot. I have, so that's good. And then get rid of those. Ooh, it moved. Right, so that's my 2 belly bands in place. Okay, so the next pieces are for the pockets. So the long ones that are going to go on each end are 3 3/4 inches wide or long, but again, where that 3 3/4 inch mark is, I'm just going to move the card just fractionally to the right of it, because if I cut it to the exact same size, then it means that that card is going to be overhanging the edge of the booklet. So You're late again. We're going to have to start giving you lines, Jackie, and sitting you in the corner in detention. We won't keep a record of it, you're all right. Okay, so 3 3/4 inches, but again, just to the right-hand side of that mark. And that's my 2 long pockets that'll go on the outside. And then the 2 bottom pockets need to be 2 3/8 inches wide. 1, 2, 3, Johnny caught a flea. And again, just spin that round. I've got a mark on the card. This is the only problem with using mirror card. 1, 2, 3. It marks really easily. So you've always got to treat it with a bit of kid gloves. Yeah, naughty step. Hi there, Natalie. You're another one on the naughty step. 1, 2, 3 again. And again, just fractionally shorter. Fractionally, I mean a smidge. A total smidgen. Okay. So, these are the 2 long ones. So I'm going to put glue around the 3 sides. Again, a really thin line of glue. This is where I went wrong when I was filming this the other day. I smudged a bit of glue on my fingers, and then when I touched the front of the card, it transferred the glue onto the card. Don't be frightened of it, Jack. It's only a piece of paper at the end of the day. But it does show up any misdemeanors that you have with it. But if you've got some, use it. Otherwise it's only going to sit there in a drawer. Just have to make sure. Yeah, look, see, I've done it again. Look, I've gone and got glue on the front because I've just smudged it. But I can use my my rubber, and it does actually come off. I don't want to do it too much because I'm going to be rocking the table. Right, so it will get those glue marks off, and if it doesn't, then I can always stick something over the top of that. Hello there, Karen from New Zealand. Silly season has started time-wise. Okay, put this one on. Again, round the 3 sides. Remembering though that the 3 sides on that side was there, there and there. 3 sides on this side is going to be here, here and here. So I've done that before now as well. I've gone and glued up the wrong bit. Lace and ink covers all sins. It sure does. So if you make a boo-boo, you can always cover it over. And if you make a total boo-boo and have to throw it away, it's only a bit of paper. And yeah, alright, I know you've spent time. Hang on, let me just get a bit of scrap. Do it with that rather than with my finger. Then I won't get glue on my fingers then, will I? So then that will sit at that end. And of course you don't have to use mirror card. Use whatever card you want. It's just obviously with it being a bit Christmassy, glitzy, glamoury. That's funny, Jackie. Jackie's just put, yeah, but in the end there are so many boo-boos, you can't see what I actually made. Maybe try not to make quite so many boo-boos. I wonder why it's called boo-boos. Is it because of like babies crying, do you think? And the other thing that's really bad to wear as well is red nail varnish. This red nail varnish transfers onto everything. Okay, these two are going to go on the bottom. Oh, hey up, hey up, hey up. I've got a bit of gunk on the end of me. A glue bottle. It's the yogis you have to worry about. Poor Yogi Bear. But the thing is with this, is that once you've got all the measurements written down, you could actually have a series of these lined up, so that you could make several in one go. Okay, it's my crease lines are not easy to see. There and there. Oh, silly bit of glue. Get off. I'm covering you over anyway. So, okay, and I've left a tiny little bit of a gap at the bottom just to help to frame it really. It makes it stand out a little bit more. I always find that when I have red nails, especially when I'm gluing, I run my nails end up inadvertently running along the edge of the paper or something, and I end up with a red mark. So, and especially when I used to do my embroidery, that was a real no-no, having red nails. I might need the measurements for the score lines again. Okay, I'll give them at the end, Tracy. Okay, and then that will sit on there. Let's make sure I've got it. Oh, I've gone too far over. There we go. That's better. Got tons of glue on this one. I made a real mucks up of that. Oh, I got mine, this one, I got this one off Amazon. And again, it's in my affiliate links. But I normally, with Tombow glue, let me just get it out, is I use this mono eraser when I'm using my Tombow glue. But I don't want to use this because it's quite harsh on top of the mirror card. So that's why I'm using this one. But again, there's a few websites for those in the UK, because obviously we don't have Dollar Trees and stuff here, but you can find these quite easily on eBay as well as Amazon. If you like your next day delivery, then Amazon is the place to go. Okay, so it now looks like that, all a little bit odd and a little bit weird. Until we start to decorate it up. Now then, where's my plastic tub gone? Alright, so I've got a little plastic tub, and I'm just going to tip these in. And I'll just show you a couple up close. So there's a big clock, steampunky clock. There's one of these big cards in there as well, but there's all these individual little cutout pieces. Like this one's really pretty. And then so there's another little timepiece. There's some birds in there as well. So there's some little die-cut birds, and you can use either or side. There is also a key And there is also a lock to go with the key. And then there's some little squirly whirly bits. Now obviously I don't want to make the inside two-dimensional, you know, as in too raised up, because otherwise it just won't close. And also on the back of this packaging you can see all the, if I give you a close-up again, hopefully from the light you'll be able to see all of those images. Those are all the bits and pieces that are in the die cut pack. So I'm going to use some stickers, I think. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Ooh, eeny meeny, miny mo, catch a sticker by its toe. 'Tis the season, 'tis the season. We could add them. Oh, I don't want them. They're too big. Oh, too big. Damn and blast. Okay, 'tis the seasons might be the ones to use. Not very exciting. Might use those, yeah, with some of the strip stickers. So if I add the strips down the middle. So as I say, normally I would use glue to attach stuff like this, but I do find that the Graphic 45 stickers are really quite strong with their glue. Let's just cut that one off there. Do the same on this one. On there, and then if I add these, jingle all the way. The thing is, some of these glues, I'm just sort of really replying to Jackie now about the glue, some of these glues are quite expensive to buy. I don't know if I like that just on its own. But if you use them sparingly and use them for their specific jobs, they actually last longer than you think. But I do like the Tombow because of its, you know, it's got quite a nice strength to it. But I do find that if you get it on your fingers, it then goes and marks everything. Needs a bit of something else. I haven't pushed those down yet. Might need a bit of lace or something on those. Or take that one off because that one's a little bit nondescript on that gold. This is where it takes the time, is actually just sitting and doing a bit of playing now. Want those centre holes poked out. And on that one. Ooh, there we go. Didn't think that that was punched out properly then. That might be better on there. Okay. Let's have a look at some bits from in here. Well, he might look quite nice on there. Especially if I use some brads on it as well. Let's see if I've got one for the other end. Oh, there's another one, look. Perfect. Perfecto. Brads. Okay, let's have a look. Got this silly light shining on them and they all look the same colour. Hang on, let me just have a look outside of the light. Oh, brass ones. There's one. Oh, that's smaller. That's no good. Hang on, that one might be a smaller one. Yeah. Oh, big one. Actually, those might be too bulky because they're quite domed. Keep them for a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So everyone gets to 4 first. 4. There we go. You see, now I've got that. I've got the art glitter, and I'm not a massive fan. Apart from the fact that it's got this lovely nib on the top, I'm not a massive fan of the glue. Don't ask me why. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. Ooh. Forgotten I'd got these. I bet you these are going to be massive. These are going to be way too big, aren't they? Ooh. Ooh. I don't know though. I quite like those. What do you reckon? Red metallic. Or the antique brass. But look how big the red metallic are. The red metallic are huge. Red, tiny ones. So that's one for each. I do like the red ones. They are big though. Let's see how many red ones I have got. 2, 3. Ooh, I've got enough. I've got enough. 4. Okay. Right. You're going back. Sorry, Maureen. Make a statement. No, there's no glue in that glitter glue. I don't know why they call it glitter glue. This one. Art Glitter, sorry, is the manufacturer. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's Art Glitter is the manufacturer. But this is, to me, is just like a bottle of PVA glue. Okay, I'm going to put these red ones in. I only want one on that one. Oh, okay. One top, one bottom on this one. Don't need you. Alright, now I've got an old pair of scissors because I'm going to have to chop off one of those prongs. So if I push one down, one up, one down, one up, and then with my old scissors I'm just going to chop that bit off. Now you need to make sure that you catch that other end, because if it falls on the floor and you stand on it, you're going to do a lot of ouch. That to be more than ouch, I reckon. Okay, and that one. Ooh. Oh, you see, don't know where that's gone now. Right over there somewhere. I'll have to find it afterwards. And because it's metal, I am going to use my Glossy Accents. So that's going to go on the metal bits. I can also use it on the paper as well. Oh, it's there, look. I found it. Now, Glossy Accents, I always find that if you leave it for just a few seconds, the glue starts to go off a little bit. If I try to sit that on the card now, it would just start to slip and slide about. So once it's gone off a little bit, it makes it a little bit more tacky and therefore will adhere a lot quicker. I'll do that. There. Okay, where to put... Oh, lost me glue. And then again, put some Glossy Accents on there, on the card, and leave that to just go off a second. Have a slurp of me brew. Don't like that pocket at all. Might have to add a little bit of lace or something on it. Okay, get it the right way round. And then stick that on there. So I'm just going to let that just hover for a little bit. Is Glossy Accents the same as triple thick? Don't know what triple thick is. Never heard of triple thick. So, great that it's a gloss glaze, but I don't know if it's comparable to Glossy Accents. Oh, it moved. Go back. Tell you what I might do is... There's some sticky strip on here. There's also that sticky strip there with Christmas time on it. Might add that on the bottom. Get to there. Just the word, it's Christmas, okay, so I don't need the word time. That just fits nice on there. And then, I've lost the other bit. Okay, it's gone. Where's the other one gone? Oh, it's there, look, it's got attached. Don't drop down glue side down. Tell you, I'm having a mare with this this project. Keep getting glue everywhere. Oh, don't think I was really meant to do this project. I think that's why it all keeps going wrong. Yeah, you do keep getting that, don't you, Tracy? Everyone mixes you up with the other Tracy Fox. Different spelling, ladies, different spelling. Never mind liking Tracy Fox's products. Should be liking mine. Okay. So how many of you are making Christmas presents this year for your friends? Yeah, nom de plume. It's a word you don't hear very often, Maureen. Nom de plume. Okay, Christmas again. Oh, there we go. That'll do nicely. Knitted socks. It's funny now because I went to go and see I had this Doppler done the other week on my feet because of being type 2 diabetic, and she said, you'll have to start wearing bed socks. It's like, oh my God, how old am I getting that I'm having to wear bed socks now? It made me feel old. A body pillowcase for daughter. Ooh, sounds intriguing. Tea themed one for my work bestie. Making cards and little notebooks with tags. Okay, I'm going to add just a simple strip of sticky on these belly bands because they will be covered over, and the only time that you'll really get to see them is when you remove the little notebooks. So I'm not doing anything spectacular with these apart from just adding the strips on them. And basically I am now done. I might add some pockets and things on the other sides, but nothing that you haven't all already seen before, because they're quite highly decorated, these two ends anyway, as is these. This one might look alright with a little something on it. Could even just add a sticker on it, because we need these two to be fairly flat, so I could just add a sticker on top to make it look pretty, but I'll leave it for now. I always think that if I show you absolutely everything, that it stops you then using your own imagination sometimes. So let me just take apart these two. Actually, this would make a nice little needle book, wouldn't it? If you attached a little piece of felt at the top. Come on out. There's one. There's two. I might have to make another one of these now and put some felt in to make a little needle book. And then if I take these out, just so as you can see, but as I say, once you've got the measurements and that all sorted, if you cut several strips all at the same time and then line them up like I'm doing here, you know, it's easy enough then to decorate them. See you later, Max. Thanks for coming. Okay, so these are just scraps of coffee dyed paper. So they will just sit inside these pockets here. Might need trimming down a little. So I'm just going to force them in for now. But I would trim those down. You want them to slide in and out nice and easily, don't you? Let's see if that's a bit thinner. Yeah, that wants trimming down as well. So you just have to use your imagination. And then these little bits then could sit in there. And then the little notebooks would then sit over the top of the belly bands in there, like so. And what I was thinking was that if you use this as like a little shopping booklet, is you could do food shopping, drink shopping, Christmas presents for kids, Christmas presents for adults. You imagine that one's on there. So Christmas presents for kids, Christmas presents for adults, and then you could pop the receipts inside those two little pockets in there. So then they would then shut up like that. And then what I would do is I would add a piece of seam binding going around the whole of the outside, like I've done on this one. And then just stick an image on the top, so I could use one of the chipboard pieces maybe. Let's have a look. That one fit. Oh, that one might fit. Oh, that fits nice on there, look. So I could put that one on there, but I would have my seam binding on there first and then stick that on top. And again, I've got two holes here, so I could put some brads on. I could even add some metal cogs coming out from underneath it as well to make it more steampunky. And that's it basically. As I say, it's up to you how much you sort of decorate it up. I do these videos for you to get inspiration. All right, so again, this is another reason why I don't always do everything to the absolute bitter end so that you can see it all done, dusted and completed, because sometimes you need to look at something and go, like I did earlier with, oh, actually if I added felt across the top, that would make a nice little needle book. You know, it's doing things like this, knowing what the basics are, and then you taking that and then going and playing with it and creating it to suit something that maybe you need or want, or you've got a friend who needs or wants it. Okay, so let me give you those measurements again. I did see a lady had put up the measurements for Tracy to copy down, but I'll just go through it again. So that's the first page, and the score marks, excuse me, a 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 and 5 3/8, 7 and 7/8, and 8 and 5/8. Right, so those are all the main score line measurements. And if you're doing it as one strip, you would then turn that around and do it again at 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 5, 5 and 3/8, 7 and 7/8, 8 and 5/8. Okay, so again, I'll just leave that there in case you want to take some notes or take a photograph of it maybe. Okay, and then bring that in a little bit closer so that you can see those score line measurements. Okay, so I would like to see, if you are a member of my Facebook group, I would like to see your own versions of what you make with some of these. All right. Oh, I don't know what that $5 is for. Silla. fail. But I think thank you is in order, but I don't know how about getting it. I don't know how that bit works. Use your imagination. Now you've got the measurements. Now you can know how to go about making it. You know, then follow on with, because everyone will have different papers to me as well. And as I say, it doesn't have to actually be just purely about Christmas. It's just, oh, it's a super chat. Oh, okay. I still don't know how that works, but I'll have to have a look up. But thank you, Sonia. But yeah, it's because I always get fed up of looking at my own stuff. So it's always really nice for me to see what else is going on. If you are not, on my Facebook group and you want to join, oh, sorry, letting it go. This is for Molly. And you want to join, then there are 3 questions that you do need to answer. And if you don't answer, then I either leave you hanging for quite a while and then let Maureen message you, or I delete you. There's, it doesn't take much to answer those 3 questions. You're very welcome, Molly. And it's so I can make sure that you are really interested in crafts and that you're not some kind of scammer. All right, that's why you get asked the questions. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today, ladies, and hopefully we'll see each other again really soon. I've got another couple of Christmas ones that I want to do, and then I want to go on to leading up to Christmas itself. I'm not going to do any more videos on, hang on, what's that? You click on the $ below next to the smiley face and you can donate. See. I'll have to look into that. And then leading up to Christmas, the videos that I'm going to be doing will be to finish off some of the projects that I've started. So there's the butterfly journal, there's the Halloween journal. I need to finish that off because I fell ill. I didn't get a chance to do it. And I also want to showcase some of the journals that I'm going to have up for sale as well. So I need to get my booty in gear and get myself organised and crack on. Anyway, I'm going now. Thanks ever so much for joining me again, and hopefully see you all again really soon. Bye for now. Ta-ra. Love you all. Bye. Bye.